Hello, how you doing? It's Friday, it's 8 o'clock, we're live again. How are we? Today we're doing another session, live session. Hello, Brian, how you doing?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you.
Lovely, and thank you for volunteering as my victim for this week.
You're
And
welcome.
let's give people a few minutes to join. If you can see us, if you can hear us, drop me a like, give us one of them little love heart things on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Let's have a look. Okie dokie. Got 3 green ticks, all alright. And I know what you're thinking, Chris, why are you sat in the conservatory? Well, the room that I was normally doing it in, for some reason, my laptop doesn't want to work in there. It kept closing the window down, it kept messing up, so on and so forth. Sat in here though. Laptop's working, fine. Okay, 4 people on YouTube, 8 people. Here we go. See, you was wrong. Not football fans here. Just reminding them now they're going to leave.
You've
So,
reminded them now.
I know, yeah. Give us a like. Let us know you're here. Say hello. So, let's get into it then, shall we? You ready?
Ready.
As per usual, I've not really explained to you anything about what's going to happen, or Paul's just put the footballs on, see you. Hi, Lewis. How you doing? So, yeah, not really explained to you anything that's going to happen or whatever else. And all I want to know is, and all you've told me is you want help with speaking in a group, and the anxiety, help towards the anxiety of doing that. That right?
Yeah, that's right.
Lovely. So, is this in a particular setting or just groups in general?
It's groups in general, so it doesn't matter if I'm speaking or if I'm in charge of the group or if I'm part of a group. Just there's a lot of panic and anxiety, like anticipatory anxiety, waiting for my turn to talk, and then I get really anxious when it's my turn.
Does that involve like business related things, or can it be, I don't know, if you was at a party or something and there was like group activities going on, that sort of thing?
Yeah, anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Large groups or small groups? What's the worst scenario?
At the moment, to be honest, both of them, if they were larger is worse. So maybe if there's 15, 20 people,
Okay.
that's very anxiety provoking.
Okay. And what would be your ideal outcome?
No anxiety in groups.
So to my camera now. Here we go.
I
No
didn't used to have
anxiety.
anxiety. So I would not want that kind of, the anxiety builds and builds and builds when I know, say we're going around the group and we've all got to say something. The anxiety builds and builds and builds while I'm waiting for it to be my turn. So if that could disappear, that would be nice.
Okay. And what happens when you're waiting for your turn to speak or your turn to do whatever it is that you're doing at that group? What happens is, does it get to a point? So let's stick it on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being nothing, 10 being shit yourself, panic stations. Where are we at?
Yeah, I'm at an 8 or 9. To the point where, I'm arguing with myself about whether I'm going to leave the room or not. And I'm trying my very, very best to stay.
Okay. Do you always stay or do you leave?
I do always stay, but it's very, very hard. And like, I can't concentrate. I'm all consumed with that one thing, like wanting to leave. So I have no control over anything else and get really sweaty and fidgety and my heart rate's going and my chest and my stomach are fluttering.
What do you normally do to calm yourself down?
I fidget, so I try to distract myself. So usually that means I'm carrying a bottle of water, and I try and drink it to just do something, or to stop my hands from shaking, so people don't see that my hands are shaking. And then you can see me cross my legs. I'm just really fidgety, and it's hard to get yourself out of it when you've got to that point.
Yeah. But you don't run away. Because that's what your body and your brain's trying to get you to do.
Yes, yeah.
But your rational part of your brain is making you stay, because you know whatever it is you're doing in this group, whether it be a business pitch or networking thing, that you're going to benefit from staying.
Well, I think only just, and it's more like the embarrassment of leaving, I think, that keeps me there rather than the benefit of it.
There is that. Again, in a minute, I'll explain why we feel these things. But let's do the first bit first. So, have you been hypnotized before?
Had hypnotherapy once, quite a few years ago, but it was more like like a story kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's none of that nonsense with me. I do proper change work and proper hypnosis, and whatever happens in your head is in your head. And again, obviously, being on here, when you're free to say as much or as little as you want, anyway. But obviously, on here, it's entirely up to you. There's ways around it. If something comes up that you really don't want to talk about, that's fine. I just need labels, and we can use anything. Because the brain doesn't work in words, it works in pictures and images and colours and so on and so forth. And sometimes the things we do imagine mean like no sense whatsoever. It could be complete and utter bollocks, or it could be something that means something. And these are what the brain has put emotions to images and images to emotions and so on and so forth. We could take a label. So, for instance, I'll put you into hypnosis in a moment. You'll go into hypnosis in a moment, and I'll get you sort of used to that for the first time. And then when we come out, I'll calibrate with you. Let's say something comes up like, I don't know, anger or stress or something like that. Or you can't give it a word, we'll give it a colour. So what colour is it? Red, black, blue, whatever. Because your brain's linked it to that, we can shift it using that. Word is just a word, word is just a label. Hypnosis is just imagination and focus and concentration. When we've got that, we've got hypnosis. And just allow yourself to enjoy the process, allow yourself to go into hypnosis, because like everything in life, if you resist it, it's not going to work. And obviously you want the result. I want you to have the result. So, because I look a complete twat live on YouTube and Facebook. So, are you ready?
Ready, yeah.
When you're ready, then take a deep breath in. On the way out, close your eyes for me. Brilliant. And just so you know that you're fully in control through all of this. You can stop this at any time. You can open your eyes at any time. Just let me know what you want to do. I want you to imagine. I want you to feel your hypnosis, your powerful hypnosis in the top of your head. Just imagine, just feel your hypnosis, your powerful hypnosis in the top of your head now. Just imagine it now. Just feel it running down your forehead into your eyes. Just holding those eyelids down, shut pleasantly now. Feel it going down in your face, down the back of your neck, into your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and fingers. Feel it going down your front, into your stomach, down your back, along your spine, down into your legs, your knees, your ankles, feet and toes. Just allow yourself to have your experience of hypnosis, whatever that may be. This is your experience. I'm going to click my fingers. When I click my fingers, you're going to, every muscle, every fibre of your being is just going to be nice and relaxed now. During this process, I'm going to be quiet for certain amounts of time. This is to allow your powerful mind to process and do whatever it needs to do. Just allow yourself to go even deeper into your hypnosis now. Nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. And as you do that, just feel that sense of control coming back, that self-confidence coming back, starting to build and build now. And as we go through this process, that motivation, that self-confidence is going to build and build. I want you now in your mind to go to a magical, mystical place, a happy place, a place where you're confident that you can make positive life changes today. I want you to go to a magical, mystical place, a happy place, a place where you are confident that you can make positive life changes today. When you're at that place where you're happiest, it can be completely made up, it can be somewhere from memory. When you're there, just nod your head. Brilliant. Take in the sights, the sounds, the smells, the tastes. Anything that reminds you of why this is your happy place and why in this place you're confident that you can make these amazing positive life changes today. You're perfectly safe, you're perfectly fine. However your imagination sees fit, Brian, I want you to let go now of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Let go of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Let go of any stress, tension, pain, shame, anger, guilt, frustration. Just let it come to the surface and disappear and fade away now. Any noises around you or sounds from outside will just make you focus more on the work that you're doing. They will not affect you in any way. The only noise that will interrupt what you're doing is my voice. Just let it go. When you've done enough for now, and only when you've done enough for now, just open your eyes and feel brand new. All right.
Yeah.
Again, don't need any details, anything caught that time.
Like what, like feelings or
Anything, feelings, images, emotions, anything negative mainly.
so negative, like tension and tense, a little bit of anxiety coming through.
Where's that tense tension feeling?
Kind of like in the chest area, and the shoulders.
Okay. If you're ready, then just take a deep breath in. On the way out, close your eyes. Just allow yourself to go back now into your hypnosis. I want you to find that feeling, that tense feeling, that feeling of tension in your shoulders and in your chest. Can you feel it? Just nod your head if you can. Brilliant. I want you now to, whichever way you see fit, push it up at the top of your head, push it out your chest, push it down into your hands and out your fingertips, push it right down to your feet if you want to, and into the ground. But whatever you want to do, just let it go now. When that tension is gone, just open your eyes. Just do whatever you need to do. There we go. Where's that feeling now? Is it still there, Noah? Or is it gone?
It's, yes, mostly gone. Yeah.
Where's the last little bit?
Last little bit is like right deep. You know, when you take like a breath and you feel like you can't get like a full breath?
Yeah.
Really deep breath, like right deep in.
Which way does it want to go, up or down or straight out?
It wants to go up.
Okay. Just imagine then we're going to push it right up. Push it, push it, push it, up, up. There we go. Now, top of your head. Now. Where is it now?
You know, it felt like it did go out.
Everything that we do really is imagination, because we have to think of the images and then we have to feel what we're imagining. So by doing that, you've pictured it leaving. Because the brain can't tell the difference between thought and reality, it's gone. I'll do the next little bit and then we'll jump into reprogramming the responses for the anxiety itself. So I like to always start with a sort of a clean slate if you want to work with, and just to get rid of any stresses. And obviously that time really was just to get your brain used to hypnosis and used to the process. And now it knows it's fine, you're not in danger. It will do it, and each time we do it, then it'll be easier and easier for you, and more will happen. So, okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
When you're ready, then take another deep breath in. On the way out, let yourself go back in. Brilliant. You know, to notice that you feel relaxed again, but you also feel really motivated, really confident in yourself that you can make the changes that are in front of you that you need to make. Not just in this session that we're having today, but over the next few hours, days, weeks, months, and years. I want you to imagine you can go back to that happy place if you want, or you can go somewhere completely different. It's up to you. But I want you to imagine that in front of you there's a balloon or a bubble, or maybe even a box. And I want you to dig deep in your mind, in your body, find any remaining negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Any stress, tension, pain, shame, anger, guilt, frustration, any anxieties, anything that's been holding you back when you was a little girl right up until today. Put it in that balloon, that bubble, that box, whatever it may be. I want you to take your time, and when it's completely full, just nod your head. while you're doing that, Brianne, just take your time. Just going to talk. When you're ready, just nod your head. So at the moment, she's sorting out whatever it is that she's sorting out, putting it bubble in that balloon, in that box, whatever it may be. It might be something completely different. Who knows? But her brain now is having a complete sort out. It's got nothing to do with me. What's going on? I just sit here quietly. Our issues are in our head, and she's sorting what she needs to sort now. Brilliant. So if it's a balloon, if it's a bubble, I want you to push it away. If it's a box, I want you to destroy it. When that balloon, that bubble's completely over the horizon and vanished out of sight, when that box is completely destroyed into nothing, just nod your head. Just notice as you're doing these things, all those emotions, those feelings, whatever it is that you've put in those, that bubble, that balloon, that box, whatever, those things no longer are attached to you. They're gone. As you watch them disappear, there we go. Brilliant. I want you now to go back to that happy place of yours. When you're there, just nod your head. Brilliant. I want you to notice that with you now is a younger version of you, a version of you when you was most happy, most confident, didn't have a care in the world. And I want you to give that person a hug, give her a love, tell her everything's going to be all right. Tell her you're now back in control. You're now back in the driving seat. Tell her anything else that you want to tell her. As long as she understands that the adult Brianne is now back in control. When you've done that, and you're happy you've done that, send her off on her way and just open your eyes, feel brand new. When you're ready, just open your eyes. Feel brand new. Just have yourself a moment. I'm just going to speak to the viewers. So obviously during these, I'm rushing a bit, and each time we go in, it'll be different, and the length of times I'm silent is different. Sometimes it could be a few minutes, sometimes it could be 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. If I can see the person's working, I'll leave them because that's what they're doing, they're processing. Some things I say may not. So when I said before about balloon, the bubble, what was it, Brianna? Balloon, bubble, or box, or something completely different?
No, I used a balloon.
Balloon. So again, maybe a balloon, a bubble, or a box meant absolutely nothing to you, and you thought of a lunchbox or petrol can, or could be anything. But that's the thing, just let the brain run with it. Like I say, I don't know what's going on in your mind. I just see you with your eyes closed, and that's all I see. I can't see into your head. You feeling all right?
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right then. So what we're going to do now then is we're going to reprogram your responses. So anxiety is a learned behaviour. So we've either been taught it by our parents, guardians, or somebody else, or we've taught it ourselves. However, with things like this and what you're experiencing, it's a primitive defense mechanism. So it goes because the brain doesn't understand how we live today. It doesn't understand how safe we are. It still thinks we're hunter-gatherers and everything and anything is out to kill us. So we need a level of anxiety to keep us alive. And what's happening now is your brain has taken that amazing superpower that keeps us alive and added it to something that really doesn't need that level of protection. And that comes from when we're part of a group, we need to be part of a tribe because tribes mean safety. To be in the tribe, we need to be liked. So everybody really has a natural fear of not being liked because back then that would have meant death. So when we're worrying about standing up and doing our talk or whatever else, we're worrying about people not liking us, what we've got to say, and that. And yeah, it might be embarrassing, but it's not going to kill us. And we can't please everybody. We just have the people who follow us and so on and so forth. But again, our brain doesn't understand that logic. It just wants to be safe. It wants you to be safe because that's its job, is to protect you. That's its only job, to keep you living day after day after day. So what we're going to do now is we're going to reprogram these negative responses that make you feel like shit and put ones in that make you feel good, powerful, and confident so you can go and do this. You'll be nervous, you'll be anxious, yes, but not at the level, where you think a panic's going to happen. It's not going to be to there. You mentioned before about having like butterflies in your stomach and that sort of thing. Fun fact for you is that happens because when we are facing what our brain thinks is a life or death situation, we've either got to fight it or run away from it. And our body can't be doing anything else other than getting ready to do that. So what it does is if we're in that situation, it shuts your digestive system down and throws everything out your body. So we shit ourselves and we're scared. And that's what the butterfly's feeling is it's getting ready to empty us, ready to where we've got to fight or run away. Obviously, there's that little logic voice going on that's going, I'm just in a group of people or I'm just in a social event. Calm the fuck down. And eventually we do, well, most people do get themselves out of it, or they can stay in that situation. And at the end, you're alive, everything's great, and you go home and do whatever it is you need to do there. But obviously, we don't want you to be in this discomfort state whilst you're at these meetings or in these groups. So, if I was to do this in person, if I was at your house, it'd be a completely different approach. I didn't think this through. So, can you put your hand flat on the desk in front of you?
Yeah.
Left or right, it doesn't matter. Lovely. All I want you to do, you got your left hand or your right hand down?
Right.
Okay. So with your left hand then, on your first three knuckles, I want you to place 3 fingers on top of those knuckles. So you just take your 3 fingers and place it 1, 2, 3. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What I want you to do now is just close your eyes for me. Okay, and just keep those fingers placed just gently on those knuckles. In fact, barely even touching. If you can hover just above it, that would be great. Excuse me. So, I want you to imagine, first that there's a glass screen in front of you or you're in a glass box, something like that. And you're watching yourself being in a group of people and there's a talk coming up, some sort of event that would really get your anxiety raging. Can you picture that now? Okay. What I want you to do though now is I want you to notice that this version of you that you're watching now is feeling more positive, feeling better. None of these negative, shitty emotions exist. She's feeling great. She's feeling positive and confident. And anything else that you'd want to feel. So I want 3 things now that you'd rather feel and that you notice this version of you is feeling. And as you say it one after another, I want you to push down 1, 2, 3, your 3 fingers on your 3 knuckles as you say each one. You can say it out loud if you want. So what's the first one?
Calm.
Brilliant. Push the first knuckle in. What's the second one?
Confident.
Brilliant. Push the second one in. What's the third one?
Still.
Still. Brilliant. Push the third one in. There we go. Just release slightly. And now just imagine again that person, that version of you doing this event, whatever it may be, and you're noticing that she's feeling these things. And as you feel these things, just press down those 3 fingers on those 3 knuckles and really feel them take. I just want you now to hover over those knuckles again. And this time I want you to step out that glass box, remove that glass plate in front of you, whatever it is that's there. And I want you to see it through your eyes. You're in a group of people. Walk me through it. What's happening?
I'm sitting in a group. And yeah, everyone's got to say something, so it'll be my turn to say something.
What time? What time in the group, or what number in the group are you to stand up and talk?
Okay, so maybe I'm like 4th, and the first person is talking.
Yeah, okay. I want you to notice now as you push down on those 3 knuckles that's how you're feeling. The confident, the still. And what was the other one?
Calm.
And calm. Confident, still, and calm. And those 3 now are ingrained, imprinted into your mind. Those are the responses your brain is going to take when you're in this situation. So the first person sits down, second person stands up, and these feelings get even greater. These new positive feelings, there we go, get even greater. Let me know when that person sat down and the next one's come up. And when it does, just push down on those knuckles again and feel even greater. Brilliant. That confidence, that still feeling, that calm feeling, fills you up from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Keep going round the group until it's your turn. And do your bit. And when you've sat down again after you've done it, just nod your head. Brilliant. How are you feeling now?
There's a tiny bit of anxiety doing it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being nothing, 10 being shit yourself panic stations, where are we at?
Right, it's about a 4.
Is 4 a nice, comfortable thing for you, or is it still high?
And the nose, usually an 8 or 9, so 4 is much better.
Okay. And again, we want some anxiety because there's a fine line between anxiety and excitement. If you wasn't anxious, then you wouldn't have this happy buzz feeling after you've done it, achieved what you wanted to achieve, whether it be a business pitch or a networking event or whatever it may be. So we need that level. And if 4 is great, 4 is where it'll stay. 4 or lower. You can.
If I had a preference, it would be lower, but.
Okay, want it lower? We'll go lower. So it's a 4. So what I want you to do, what needs to happen for it to drop to, what number do you want?
Could we go 2?
2. Okay, what do you know what needs to happen for it to get to a 2? What do you need to do for it to get to a 2?
I need to really calm and relax.
Okay. So what you're going to do then is you're just going to say to your brain, stop. And just feel it drop a level. 3. Stop. Drop a level. 2. Where are we at now?
Yeah, it feels probably about 3 actually.
3. Okay. I want you to do this. I want you to imagine there's a little dial in front of you, or a big dial. Dial up to you, and just turn that down to a level that's comfortable for you. When you've done that, just nod your head. Brilliant. Now, every time you're in some sort of situation where your anxiety's creeping up, just turn that dial down. Or just tell yourself, stop, regain your thoughts, and each time you'll drop down a level until you're to where you want to be. So I want you now to imagine that scenario again, right from the beginning, this time still feeling that confidence feeling, that calm feeling, and anything else that you want to feel that's positive and great. I want you now to go to that scenario again, from start to finish. Press those knuckles if you want to. Feel the best version of you doing what you need to do. When you've done that scenario, you played it through, just open your eyes, feel absolutely great for yourself. Good. I want you to imagine there's a circle, a disc, a record maybe, in your chest or your stomach area. Can you picture that? Can you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. I want you to, excuse me, I want you to think of a time when you was most happy, most confident, really, really feel that. Can you feel that now?
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Which way is the disc or the circle spinning? Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Is that a positive way or a negative way?
Yeah, positive.
Positive. Okay. So I want you to carry on spinning it and getting faster and faster and faster. And as it gets faster and faster, those emotions, those positive feelings you've got there, are just going to build and build and build. And you're going to feel absolutely great about yourself. There we go. And as it builds and builds and builds, that smile on your face just gets bigger and bigger as you saw. There we go. As you feel it now, right from the very bottom of your feet, right to the top of your head. All that confidence, all that still feeling, all that calm feeling. You know now that you can sort any problem out for what it really is in a calm, confident, relaxed manner. The next time you open your eyes, you're going to be the best version of yourself. You are going to be the version that you want to be. The version of you that just goes to those groups. Visualize yourself now. Imagine yourself now just going in those groups of people, doing talks. In fact, fuck it. Think you're out there in an arena, thousands of people, and you're right there in the middle of them, talking to every single one of them, whatever it might be. Let's really blow it up. But you're doing it with that still feeling, that confident feeling, that calm feeling. Feeling that motivation, knowing that you're there to talk to the people who are your people. We can't please everybody. And the people who don't want to listen haven't got to listen. It's fine. But we need to get our group of people. I want you to notice as you're walking through this crowd, as you're going through this group of people, they're all clapping you, cheering you, shaking your hand, giving you a hug, whatever it is. telling you well done, and really feel that emotion. As that disc, as that record, as that circle spins anti-clockwise, faster and faster, those emotions just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that old feeling, that old anxious feeling that you used to have, the more you try to find it, the further away it gets, and you just cannot find it anymore because it's gone, because you've got rid of it. Whenever you see the colours red, blue, green, pink, white, or black, whenever you see the colours red, blue, green, pink, white, or black, you're going to feel absolutely on top of the world. You are going to feel that best version of you. When you see the people around you who make you happy, you're going to feel the happiest that you can feel. When you go to sleep tonight, you're going to have a great night's sleep. And over the next few hours, days, and weeks, and months, you're just going to keep processing things and just get better and better and better. And if ever there's a time where you feel your brain, your mind is just running away with itself, you just say, stop. Regain control and think more positively. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes, I want you to feel absolutely on top of the world. All right. So basically, in the past near 45 minutes, you have gone into a group. As far as your brain's concerned, you've gone into a group, you've done your speaking, you've sat there, you've watched other people do it, and you've felt that way. Those old patterns and routines that you had of stressing yourself out and that, they've been collapsed. You've now just put a new one on top of it. As you go to these group events now, this new response will build and build and build. So the more you do it, the more experienced you'll become until eventually you know, be at the O2 Arena and talking to millions of people, or how many fit in the I don't know. But feeling good?
Yeah.
So if you think about being in a group of people now, how does it make you feel?
I'm not really activated by it.
So people, and again, it's, you know, anxiety for things like this can be, I have people that say they could never go in front of a camera and do this. And I'll be honest, when I first started all this, I struggled more talking to a camera than I would have done talking to thousands of people. I've always been quite mouthy and could, you know, talk to groups and whatever else. That's never been a problem. But talking to a little lens, I found really difficult when I started. But I trained myself to be able to do it. And that's what you'll go away and do. Now, you used to be anxious about talking in groups, crowds. Now you're going to go up and do it. But of course, you've got to put yourself in that situation. So physically, now you need to go networking or stick yourself in some sort of group scenario and do that. If anyone has got any questions or anything, feel free to drop in the comments. Paul did drop a good one. Chris will be able to help you fix it, no problem. Yeah, kickoff must have happened at 8:30 because we was about 10 viewers in and then it dropped to 2. So yeah. Oh, apparently YouTube went wonky. Marvelous. Never mind. So yeah. So how you feeling? You okay? Feeling?
Yeah. I feel pretty good.
Was it what you was expecting, or?
No, I don't know. I didn't really have any major expectations, to be honest. But I was surprised at how quickly my mind could go to what you were suggesting. I imagine. So that surprised me. It's quite good.
So, and again, when we, Lewis here, I don't know how. Oh, I read that wrong. Sorry, Lewis. I was just about to have a go at you. But I don't know. Football is better. I thought you said football is better. So, thank you, Alan. I didn't do anything. We did all the work to get the result. I just sat here drinking my tea. Yeah, it's about. So you mentioned before when you went for hypnotherapy, they read you a story.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are trained like that, and it's not their fault. They just get taught by piss poor trainers who are failed therapists, but are good at marketing, and they end up training people. And there we go. I fell for it myself when I first started, and ended up on one of those courses. Luckily, I was saved and learned how to do it properly. So, but yeah, reading a story would do nothing but send you to sleep. When we're asleep, there's no change work happening, and it's proven now. Even though, again, a lot of hypnotherapists don't want to admit it, then they keep coming out with that rubbish of the subconscious is always listening. No, it's not. When we're asleep, we're asleep. It's your brain's busy processing stuff. And the idea of this is what was an unconscious response. We've now put these positive ones in, and you've let go of anything else that you've let go of that's come. So now your brain can go away now and process stuff. So if you imagine we've just chucked it a big plate of spaghetti, and what it's going to do now is go away and go, I don't want that, I don't want that, I'll keep that, I don't want that, I don't want that. And then it'll condense it down to what it is that suits you and is beneficial for you, and all the shit from the past few weeks, months, years, decades, whatever, has fucked off and gone. So, I will, if I don't hear from you before, and I'll catch up with you in a few days anyway to make sure all is okay. But if anything does come up, let me know and we can just jump on a quick video call and I can shift it.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. Nobody's got any questions? I'll call it a day there. And again, we're 48 minutes in. When I first started, I thought I was dragging it out a bit, because I've probably put a couple of sessions into one here. But I don't know what's going to happen. Anything could have happened. First time, nothing. Second time, nothing. Third time, we could have had this big blowout of someone that had absolutely nothing to do with why we were here. I haven't got a clue. So I'll work with the client, the individual in front of me. Whatever happens, and I deal with it as it comes. If you've got any questions?
No, I don't think so. I guess the main question is, how do you know that the shift has changed? But I guess you don't really always quite know unless you're back in that situation. So
when you go,
put something in.
When you go to the groups and you're just doing what you need to do, and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not about liking these events or anything like that. It's about getting rid of that fear response. That's what we've done. But then, if it is something you just have to put up with for your business or whatever, then that's one thing. You're not having that level of fear there that's making it uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Going to say something else, and I completely lost train of thought. No, that's gone. But yeah, if you want to just explain to people what you felt when you was in, if you want to.
Yeah. What?
Just share it. If you want to, just share what you. I'm going to go into detail of what come up or anything like that. Just what you would experience. Yeah, there's a lot of misconception about hypnosis because someone's granddad's best mate was made to eat an onion and thought it was an apple in Benidorm in 1976. That sort of shit. And it goes on, and that's what, you know. So if people can hear what it's like to be in hypnosis.
You know, like I said, I'm actually really surprised at how quickly I responded. So when you first said, "Oh, feel your hypnosis," I was like, "What the hell? What is that? What is that? What does that mean?" But then it really did very quickly did kind of I could feel it, and it was actually like I could feel waves go through sections of my body, like warmth, and like I could feel myself dropping to like feel relaxed.
And that's why I say your hypnosis, you said it come in waves. You know, for some other people, it could be a big block of whatever, or it could be anything. It could be like they're swimming in water, or so it's their experience. And again, none of it's got anything to do with me.
Yeah,
It's how your brain works, what's comfortable for you, and that sort of thing. So that's what I do. I let people and their brain figure it out.
and it's weird because first of all, I thought I was trying to think about what that would be rather than let my body just do what it needed to do. But I very quickly was able to just get that thought out and let my body just respond. Yeah, and all the emotions that you were saying, like I was feeling them, so that, you know, I could put myself in that place, like joy and most confident self, and I don't realize what I'm doing, but you can obviously see a reaction in me because I am actually feeling it, and it's like all the emotions, those emotions get intense and they're really ramped up. Yeah.
And the idea is to get your brain used to these emotions in a heightened, rather than having the negative emotions heightened, the positive ones are heightened. So when you go to a group think, there might be a chance that you don't notice anything's like different, if you wish, till the end, and then have this realization, or somebody that's been in groups with you, you'd be like, you know, normally you're bouncing around your seat or whatever, you know, nervous, and that you was fine, and your brain will realize, because we've changed the unconscious things, sometimes the conscious change isn't noticeable until it's pointed out, or you've done it and you sat there and you've gone, well, that went better, you know, and that sort of thing. So, and that's what it's about. It's about you now. That being you now. This confident, still calm person is the one that's going to be talking in these groups, sitting in these groups, not the old anxious one that's getting all stressy and so on. Yeah. So, thank you very much for joining me on this. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And I'm having a swap around with things that I do and how I run my program and stuff like that. So if you want help with anxiety, PTSD, phobias, allergies, go on our website, mindset.sft.com, and drop me a message. We'll get you booked in for a consultation and we'll go from there. So if you want change quickly, let's go. Thank you very much again. Have a great weekend. I'll catch up with you in a few days. See you getting on.
All right. Okay. Cheers, Chris.
Hang on. I'll just put this last comment on. You definitely need to get on Chris's program. Absolutely great. There you go. You've heard it. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.